a big Western welcome to you. My name's Tommy Doss. I'm sort of the quiet member of the Sons of the Pioneers. But maybe I sound so quiet because they're all so dad-blame noisy. I don't know. That would make me stand out like a sore toe.
That's thumb.
What's thumb?
That's sore toe. I tell you, Tommy, you missing your object, you a mixer. You don't know what you're worse than Doyoda there.
What do you got, Shook?
I got to get back to my bass fiddle and help the Pioneers get this show on the road.
Here she comes, look at her roll. There she goes, eating that coal. Watch her fly, look at her sail. Let her bye, fireball mail. Watch her go, look at her steam. Hear her blow, whistle and scream. Like a hound wagging his tail. Ballad bound, fireball mail. Engineer, making up time. Tracks are clear, look at her climb. See that break clearing the rail. Bet she's late, fireball mail. Watch her swerve, look at her sway. It's that curve out of the way. Watch her fly, look at her sail. Let her fly, fireball mail.
Thank you very much, folks. That's a song that us pioneers haven't done in a long time called Fireball Mail. Felt kind of good on this end. Hope it came out there along the Lucky You line to your satisfaction. You know, neighbors, we're up here at the ABC studios in Hollywood for the next few days. Pappy Tim and Mom Terry are sort of taking care of the ranch for us. The network folks invited us to come up and use their studios so we could kind of follow up Carl Farr's idea of having a party for the kids right here on Christmas Day. Kids that otherwise might not have a Christmas. All right, guys, Christmas is coming up just around the corner, too.
Yeah, Christmas ain't the only thing that's coming up around the corner. Look who's coming up to Jesus. The Here comes Dink Swink from the Crossroads store down to the Lucky You ranch.
Well, it sure is. Hello, Dink.
How are you, fellers?
Well, just fine. Nice of you to drop by, Dink.
Thank you, Fred.
I'm Lloyd.
I don't care.
Say, what have you been doing in Hollywood for the last few days, Dink?
Fred, I've been Christmas shopping for 2 days.
Well, what'd you get?
Sore feet.
I mean, what'd you buy?
Well, let me see. I got my Uncle Tissy Whistle that lives on a farm back in Colorado, one of them electric blankets.
An electric blanket? Well, that's wonderful, Dink. I bet he'll like that.
Well, I hope so. But he may not like it so well.
Why?
No electricity.
Well, that could make a difference.
Of course, the wires that run through the blanket make him happy, though.
Oh?
He gets awful jumpy in his sleep, and they'll sort of hold him in bed.
Well, there's something I never thought of, Dick.
I think of a lot of things, Fred.
I'm Lloyd.
Okay. I got my sister Thistle a piano for Christmas.
A piano?
Yeah, sure did.
Upright?
Well, it looked upright to me. Of course, I never went to work and put one up.
I mean, was it a grand?
Yeah, it's pretty good one.
Well, Dick, pianos cost a lot of money. You really went all out, didn't you?
Yeah, went out for 2 days. Father told me down at the piano store how I could buy a piano and in the long run it wouldn't cost me hardly any money.
Well, now, that's something. That is something I'd like to know, Dink. How can you buy a piano without it costing you much money?
Well, Father said, come income tax time, just put Harry Truman down as a dependent.
Well, I gotta be getting back to my shop, and I'm having an awful time finding what I want for my cousin Uriah.
Oh?
You know, Fred?
What?
It's getting hard to buy a buggy whip. Well, see you later. Walk slow and drink a lot of water.
Come to think of it, I haven't tried to buy a buggy whip lately. But he may have something there. I remember, though, back in the good old days when I was about knee-high to a stunted grasshopper, the folks used to harness up a surrey, crack the horses over the most convenient place with a buggy whip, ride down the lane toward the covered bridge, and they'd be singing a song that sounded something like this.
Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I had no loving since January, February, June, or July. Snow time ain't no time to stay outdoors and smooth. So shine on, harvest moon, for me and my gal.
Since January, February, and June and July. Snow time ain't no time for spooning. If you want to see us honeymooning,
You gotta shine on, harvest moon, for me and my gal.
for me and my gal.
Thank you very much, folks. By the way, that deep bass voice belonged to none other than our own Hugh Farr.
Oh, you just going down after him, wasn't you?
Yes, sir. I guess that song has been sung 1,000,000 times when people have been sitting around the parlor having a party.
Hey, speaking of parties.
Parties, yeah.
Is Rex Allen's wife, Bonnie, I call her Bunny, is she coming down to her Christmas party, Carl?
Well, I imagine Bonnie will be down, Chug. Rex is going to be here, and he'll probably bring Bonnie down. As a matter of fact, the whole party is shaping up very good.
Oh, I understand the Arden folks are sending down ice cream for all the kids.
That's right, Tommy, and we're going to have Royal Crown Cola and 11 different flavors of knee-high for the kids to drink.
Yeah, and Planters peanuts for everybody.
Ah, you said my mouth full then, George, old peanut pusher number 2.
What do you mean, number 2? I'm number 1.
I'm number 1.
No, I'm number 1.
Go ahead, you're number 1.
All right. We better go ahead or we won't get off. And after the party, we could all go home and sit down to a good old-fashioned Christmas dinner.
Boy, all you got to do is just mention something good to eat, and old George here did it. Flipped his lid. Hey, George, what is your favorite food, Mr. Old Peanut Pusher number 2?
French fried potatoes.
French fries. What's that?
Well, Shug, French frying is a way of cooking potatoes. French, is just another way of saying deep fat fried. And, of course, the best cooking oil for deep fat frying is Planters peanut oil. During the holiday season especially, you'll be doing a lot of deep fat frying. And whether it's French fried potatoes or onions, southern fried chicken or scallops, donuts or fritters, pure, mild Planters peanut oil makes all fried foods taste extra good. Planters peanut oil is absolutely taste-free. It has no peanut flavor whatsoever. And no matter how hot you heat it, Mom, even up to 400 degrees, it won't smoke or burn away. It seals in the goodness, seals out the sogginess. And because it doesn't carry food odors from one frying batch to another, you can use the same oil over and over again. In fact, you can use all-purpose Planters peanut oil for every shortening, frying, and salad oil need. You just buy one oil instead of three. And that's why it's so economical. So do like we do on Lucky You. Start cooking with Planters peanut oil today. Look for Mr. Peanut, the Planters' famous trademark. Remember, Planters is the word for peanuts, peanut butter, and peanut oil.
Sailing along with Bonnie across the ocean.
And that's just about as fine sailing as I've ever heard, Tommy.
I liked it.
So did I.
I liked it.
We're bogging down here, fellas. We better get something started.
Well, have you got any ideas?
Well, I have an idea, Lloyd, and I'm just hoping you'll let me do it.
Let you? Well, we haven't had any trouble yet, Betty, and I don't think we will. What's your idea?
Well, could I read today's Goldie letter?
Well, of course, Betty.
Well, the reason I asked is because after you gave me the fan mail the other day when I finished grading the papers down at school, I sat up for a long time reading about the wonderful things people are doing for one another throughout the country. I'd like to read about 100 of them, but there's just one I picked out in particular. And if you don't mind, I'd like to read it.
Well, Betty, I'm sure that any letter that you picked out certainly would deserve today's Gold Deed Award to the acre of land down on the Lucky You Ranch.
Well, maybe you'll think because I'm a school teacher and work with children every day that's the reason I've chosen this particular letter. But Lord, I think it's just wonderful. And here's what the letter says. Dear Lucky You, it is heartwarming, to say the least, to hear about the kind and unselfish people who live in this land of ours through your program. I enclose an article which I think is deserving of your award. She enclosed an article, Lloyd, which I'd like to read in part. It says, Don was only 9 months old when a flash fire struck the home of his parents, and his legs were severely burned. The nurse who helped Don Melvin Lee meet the challenge of living with faith and courage despite the loss of his 2 little legs became his legal mother last Tuesday. Don is now 19 years old. Last year, he won the Eagle Boy Scout badge. Over 18 years ago, when he lost his leg, he was taken to Salt Lake City and placed under the care of this wonderful nurse. Through the many years of his treatment, this wonderful woman helped little Don even his odds. Just a few short weeks ago, the court let this thoughtful and unselfish woman legally adopt this boy that she has mothered all these years. When he completes his high school, thanks to Nurse Anna Rosenkild, he wants to be a linotype operator. Wishing you continued success in your hunt for good deeds on your broadcast, she signs it sincerely, Miss Rasmussen, D. Hospital, Ogden, Utah.
Neighbors, I'm sure that you'll all agree that Betty has made a fine choice in selecting Anna Rosenkild or Rosenkyle, whichever it is, for today's Gold Deed Award for her wonderful good deed throughout the years for this handicapped youngster. A wonderful good deed letter, Betty.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. You know, I just love reading all the letters, and naturally, being a school teacher, I especially like the ones about the people that Tommy calls the small fry.
Say, Betty.
Yeah?
Along with the acre of land on the Lucky U, would you sort of move in a little closer and join me in a song salute to Anna Rosenkild and the little fella that she did so much for?
Oh, I think that would be wonderful, Lloyd. Have you any suggestions?
I just happen to have one. It's called Sandman Lullaby.
Oh, good. Day's done and evening finds me home by the fire. Let it stay.
Turn the lights down low, let the shadows glow on the wall. See the flames dance and sway.
What a joy divine,
this peace of mine to dream by the fire.
End of day. When the nightingale comes winging to his wildwood love, and the Sandman he comes singing down the moonbeam trail above, throwing sand in sleepy eyes, till a world of sorrow dies, and old friends meet in slumber sweet to a Sandman lullaby, to a Sandman lullaby.
That was really swell, Betty and Lloyd.
Thank you very much.
Well, thanks a lot, Ken. Did you like it, Tommy?
I sure did, Betty, and I also thought the letter you picked was really something.
Well, gee, maybe I'll get to pick another one of these days.
Well, I don't think there's much doubt about that, Betty.
Say, fellas, I have an idea.
What is it, Lloyd?
You know, we was talking the other day about doing the song we did down at the lodge banquet the other night, and up to now we haven't done it.
Which one's that, Lloyd?
Cattle call.
Well, let's do it.
Well, why don't somebody make a noise like an introduction then?
You know, we just happen to have one ready, Shug, and it sounds like this.
When the cattle are prowling and the coyotes are howling under a western sky, a cowboy is singing, his spurs are a-jingling as down the trail he rides.
When the new day is dawning, he wakes up a-yawning, drinking his coffee strong. Makes his bed in a roll, down the trail he will stroll, starting the day with a song.
Far and wide, he's going home this fall. He don't mind the weather, his heart's like a feather. He sings this cattle call. He's brown as a berry from riding the prairie, and he sings with an old western drawl.
Thank you very much. Let's see. Now, what else did I have down here on my notes? Oh, yeah. Did you find a motto for today, Hugh?
Yeah, Lloyd, I sure did. In fact, I found a lot of them. You know, it's pretty hard to pick one out that you could call the best.
Well, you've been doing an awful good job, Hugh. You've given a lot of folks out there along the Lucky You line quite a bit of food for thought.
Well, thank you. You know, the one I picked for today was sent in by Val Stevens of Woodside, California, for which we thank her very much. Here's her thought. No man on this earth ever stands so straight as when he stoops to help a child.
Read that one again, will you, Hugh?
I sure will, Ken. No man on this earth ever stands so straight as when he stoops to help a child.
Well, that's a wonderful thought, Hugh, and how true it is, especially the way things are today. You know something, Hugh?
What, Lloyd?
I'd like to sing a song for Val Stevenson, who sent that thought in. It's not on the list here, but I just sort of feel like singing.
Why don't you do it, Lloyd?
I'm going to. Help me out a little bit, will you, fellas, with Beautiful Dreamer.
Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Songs of the rude world heard in a day, lulled by the moonlight, have all passed away. Queen of my song, list while I woo thee with soft melody. Gone are the cares of life's busy throng. Unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me.
so much, folks. You know, if we hurry along right now, we might be able to squeeze in another tune that we've had a lot of requests for when we've been traveling around the country. It's a song that's been around for a long time. We're mighty proud that a lot of you folks have asked to hear it because we sure like to sing it. It's called Nancy Till.
Down in the canebrake close by the mill, there lived a little gal, and her name was Nancy Till. She knew that I loved her, she knew it long. I'm going to serenade her, and I'll sing this song. Come, my love, come, the boat lies low. She lies high and dry on the old high-o. Come, my love, come, won't you go along with me, and I'll take you down to Tennessee. Open up the window, love, oh do, and listen to the music I'm playing for you. The whispering of love so soft and low, harmonize my voice with the old banjo. Come, my love, come, the boat lies low. She lies high and dry on the old high-o. Come, my love, come, won't you go along with me, and I'll take you down to Tennessee. Farewell, love, I must now away. I've a long way to go before the break of day. The next time I come, be ready for to go, a-sailing on the banks of the old high-o. Come, my love, come, the boat lies low. She lies high and dry on the old high-o. Come, my love, come, won't you go along with me, and I'll take you down to Tennessee.
Well, sir, folks, that looks about it for what we can do for you from the Lucky You today. Time's just closing in on us again. As you know, the Lucky You folks are all in Hollywood this week at the big ABC studios right here on Vine Street for a few days, getting ready for our Christmas party for the kids on Christmas Day. We're going to have a great big tree, lots of nice gifts, ice cream, soft drinks, and, of course, famous Republic Picture star Rex Allen. He's going to be with us, bringing about 500 of his comic books with him. And there'll be another surprise or two from the Lucky You, and naturally, we'll supply everyone with those wonderful Planters peanuts. Well, I don't know, but it sure looks like a mighty Merry Christmas. And we're going to do our level best to make some little fellers and gals that might not otherwise have much of a Christmas this year just as happy as we possibly can make them. Well, till next time, then, from the Hollywood branch of the Lucky You Ranch, this is George Putnam saying for Betty Taylor, Frankie Messina, Shug Fisher, the famous Farr brothers Carl and Hugh, Tommy Doss, Lloyd Perryman, Ken Curtis, Lou Fulton, Ed Haldeman. Have I missed anybody? We'd all like to have you on the Lucky You line each day, Monday through Friday. And I'd like to leave you with this little thought. Don't spell Christmas X-M-A-S. Because if you do, you're leaving out the whole idea. Bye now. Until next time.